Good morning. I'm here at the Pine Glades Natural Area. I'm doing a short trail. I think it's a 1.1 or 1.6. I forgot, to be honest with you right now. I just did another trail in the area. I drove about here. It was about maybe 30 minutes away or less. And I'm going to just do a quick trail here. So I'm alongside the parking area. There's actually a paved area here. I'm not sure where the trail officially begins, because this is obviously a trail, but I think it's actually on the other side of the parking lot. So I'm gonna try to head over there. But this is obviously a trail as well. I'm gonna go across here. There's a little bridge, and you can look in, I guess, the canal. And I think the trail though is to the right. I guess here probably is a little boat launch. I guess you can put a little canoe or kayak in here. There's a dock. Obviously there was a sign there warning you to beware of gators. And I'm walking across the parking lot now. I'm going to try to find the trail here. So I do see a start of a trail here. And looks like a trail to me. I see reflectors, red squares on the post there, and I see another one further up, and it looks like I have found the trail. And this trail, it appears to have red blazes or squares on these posts. It's a 1.6 mile trail. I did look it up. There's obviously a lot of birds here. There's gators, I'm sure, in the water. Probably snakes and who knows what else. Haven't seen any yet, which is okay with me too. Walking along, it's mostly in the sun, unprotected. So be prepared for that during the hotter days. It's coming up on 11, almost 12 o'clock now, and it's in the 80s, I'm sure. It was 80 degrees in my car midday now, so it's probably a little hotter out here in the sun. But the bugs aren't a problem, at least right now. And you can see, I'll stop right here. There's a person walking on the trails over there. You can see the parking lot with a little pavilion. That's where I started, right there. And then the cars in the parking lot there. And you can see someone walking on one of the trails there, wearing a white shirt. And it looks like there's another little spot right there in the, there's a trail there. Maybe I'll go back there and walk there. Once again, this is a dirt path. Obviously you can tell vehicles go down here. So you have these two ruts with grass in the middle. And like so many of the trails down here, this is what you get here. It's just like almost like a berm or a, you know, just a raised area along the canal, and there's a canal on the side. So you have, you know, water to look at. It's all out in the open though. There's no shade here at all. It's quite hot here. So I'm using the All Trails app to navigate on this, which is not really hard to do. But also it makes you realize that there's numerous little side trails in this park area that I'm at, which I saw the pavilions now on the other side. So you have a bunch of options. And obviously, you know, people have to realize that even though it's a long trail, you always have the option to turn around and go back early. You don't have to do a whole trail. You know, that's up to you. The idea here is, as you walk a little further in, you might see different birds, some wildlife, as you get further away from where people are. Here's a thing I want to show you. This looks to me like what I constantly say is a slide. You can see it looks like something came out of the water and they've been using this as a path. It's like a game trail, but most likely it's a gator that's coming up out of there. they drag themselves out, and over time it gets smooth. The foliage that's there, whatever there may be, grass or whatever, gets worn away, and it becomes easier and easier actually for them to get in and out. That the sign it says it's the Flagfish Loop Trail. So there's lots of options out here if you want to go walking. So this is not paved. It's just dirt. Looks like muddy. I can see some muddy parts right up ahead. So it's not very long either. It's 0.8. But I'm going to stay on this main trail here because this is what I started. This is really, to me, walking like on a levee or a canal bank, which is very, very common of paths down here because that's what's available. There's a lot of canals built up, and they have this kind of berm area, this levee, and that's what you're able to walk down. So and obviously it's wide enough and strong enough for vehicles to pass over. So I'm a little bit further along the trail now. I'm coming up on 0.9 of a mile. Up ahead the road continues going straight. It just gets a little bit more lower and a little bit more muddy, and the trail also goes off to the right. Unfortunately, the trail to the right ends at the water and does not continue going because there is another trail on the other side where that observation area looks like. It looks like there would be a trail that you could get back to the parking lot, but they don't connect. And I'm not going in the water waiting. The trail that goes straight looks like it goes to the border of the wildlife area here, the park, and then goes to the right, and then comes all the way around like a big square back to where I started. But I don't know how long that is. I didn't figure out the mileage, so I'm not going to go. So this is going to basically be it for me. I'm going to walk down a little bit more. I'll take this to its natural conclusion probably, which is right past this water area that's on my right, and then I'll probably head back. But I've already done the actual trail that's marked on all trails ends at that fork. So I just made the turn where the trail goes to the right. You can still see the red posts are going. The trail ended back at that intersection, but the red posts continue on. And the other trail continues straight to the end of the park area and then goes right. So it makes like a big square and ends up back at the parking lot. But I'm going to turn back because this is the trail that I was following on all trails actually ended back there. So I've done a little extra mileage, but this just continues forward to where you see that clump of trees in the distance and past this little water area, and then it stops. If it had continued, it looks like there's another trail on the other side, and then you could make it back to the parking area, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. And I don't feel like going in the water and waiting today. It's a little low, but there's still thick areas, and I don't feel like dealing with any water today. And I've reached the spot where the Flagfish Loop Trail originates as well. It's a 0.8 mile trail, as I said. Surprisingly, that trail is not on the All Trails map. I was looking, and it shows a lot of different side trails, but it doesn't show that one. So I don't know why it's not on there, but interestingly, it's not. So it's 12:25. I made it back to the main path that I came in on from the parking lot, and you can see the parking lot is straight up ahead. I'm going to go to the parking lot, the pavilion. That's right there. I'm going to look at the map for a second, and then I think I'm going to go walk in, follow that little trail to the overlook. At least there's a little bit of shade there, and I'll follow that. I don't know how long that's going to be. Yeah, this is simple and easy. Really not much to see or do. Obviously you're coming here for the wildlife, I would imagine, and just to get a little walk out in the woods. But didn't really see much. Just some birds, probably, that's the draw from a lot of people. If you come early in the morning or later at night, you might see some more wildlife. Okay, I'm walking from the parking lot now to, there's a little, I guess like a little pavilion with an overlook of the natural area here. And you can see from looking over my shoulder here that it is a sidewalk. It's paved. So this is a nice path that you could come with virtually anybody, even someone with mobility issues or someone that may be in a wheelchair, and at least get out a little bit on the nice path. It's green time, but you could at least come over here and see the area. So while it's not really a hike, there is an area that you can look at, and there is some trails going off. I could see another overlook there. It looks like almost like a dock going out over the water. Maybe we'll go there as well. But what I'm doing is I'm going to go to the pavilion that's up there, and then maybe we'll come back and walk this way to the dock. Okay, I'm arriving here at the pavilion. It's basically a 0.15 mile trip from the parking lot to here to make it. And you can sit down. There's some benches here at least, and you could sit and stare at the wildlife. Maybe wait till you see something. Who knows what you'll see? Mostly probably I would imagine birds. And there's some cutouts so even kids could see nicely, or if you're taking photos, it's nice to be able to sit down and watch out. Sit here with either a nice lens or binoculars or something, and you can sightsee. But that's it. Beautiful look outside. Wild life is on display. So I'm here now. I'm about to walk down. I'm going to go over to where the dock is, or it's basically an overlook site with no roof or no cover, and it looks like it juts out in the water. But I just found this place here. This is a site where you take a picture and you upload it, called Chronologue. And this way it has like a time lapse of what this looks like, because there's a bracket for you to put your phone in. So the phone is always in the same exact spot, and you upload it, which is pretty neat. I'm going to probably do that, and it'll be interesting to see. So you'll be part of documenting the area. And here I am walking along the path, and once again, it's concrete. It's sidewalk, so it's easily accessible to anybody that wants to come out here and look. And here we are, approaching the overlook. We got our occupant here, which I'm sure we're gonna probably scare off. He's gonna launch any minute, I think. He's not gonna want us to get too close to him, I'm sure. There we go. Similar to the other place, just different. It's 12:40. I'm gonna make my way back to my car in the parking lot, and we're gonna leave this overlook behind. And it was 0.3 of a mile from the parking lot to the pavilion and then to this dock. So I'm guessing it's probably, equal no matter which way you go. It's probably about 0.15 of a mile if you want to come to this overlook or that overlook. That one's a little nicer in the fact that it is covered and there's some benches. Here you're out in the sun and there's no place to sit. We're almost back to the parking lot now. One thing I have been very pleasantly surprised and impressed with is the lack of garbage. I think I saw 1 or 2 pieces of garbage along this whole trail that I've been walking, which is, probably close to the 2 miles that I did. Even along this, concrete path, which is very accessible. I just saw a rabbit. But other than that, of course. But I'm very pleasantly surprised, because unfortunately, in a lot of urban areas, there's no chance that it's not going to be garbage. There are no garbage cans here. They don't do garbage. They expect you to bring it in, bring it out. So that is hopefully what most people are doing. So I'm back at the parking lot on this pavilion. So I'm getting some shade. I'm going to get in my car in a minute, and I'm going to start heading toward home. It's a nice trail. This one obviously is concrete, so it's more like being in a park. But if you had little kids or anything, it's good because you don't have to worry about them as much. And there's something to see at the end, at least if you want to go to the pavilion. You could look out over the water, probably just see a bird or two, take a picture, come back. The other trail I did was a little more rustic, and obviously it's a dirt trail. I would imagine it could be muddy at times. Didn't see any wildlife though, but there is a sign here, and this would probably be a really good place to come at night if you want to see the stars, because you have a large open expanse, and it's not very populated in the area around here, so there's probably not a lot of light pollution. So something to think about maybe. Anyway, it was good. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. It's going to be a short one, I hope. But hope you like what I'm doing. Hope you like the diversity of the places I'm going. I'm trying to shake it up a little bit. and just show that there's all kind of places in the neighborhood that you're in. If you just look for them, you'll find them. And trying to do something not like I normally do, and just the rucking, which even I get a little bored at. I like doing it, but I do get bored at doing it. I need to change it up a little bit. I can't go to the same place all the time. So if you like what I'm doing, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like it, you don't like it, what you'd like to see in the future, more of. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch the videos. Please leave a comment, a thumbs up, or consider subscribing. Until we meet again.